I just did what anyone else would have done. That is as much credit as Scouting leader Peter Cowe from County Durham is prepared to take for his heroic actions. But in reality, he's saved the life of a man who'd slumped unconscious behind the wheel of his car on a very busy flyover. Now he's being honoured by the police, and he's also received one of the Scouting Association's highest awards for bravery. Tanya Shannon reports.
Peter Cowe is an unassuming man, an assistant Beaver scout leader for the 2nd Chesterley Street group. He puts his heroic actions down to his scouting experience.
If it wasn't for scouting, I wouldn't have had any hunger for first aid, and I wouldn't have probably pursued that sort of role, really.
It was on this flyover in Gateshead, during his busy commute to work, that the drama unfolded. Peter saw the driver of a 4x4 lose consciousness behind the wheel, hitting another car. But whether anyone would have reacted in the same way that he did is questionable.
The car needed to stop, and he needed help. So I thought if we kept rolling together at a reasonable speed, then eventually he would just run into the back of us and that can bring him to a controlled stop. I looked at the driver and he was having trouble breathing, so I just tipped his head back and opened his airway, and the breathing seemed to improve. Then I turned my attentions onto his young daughter and the woman who was on the end of the phone, which I later found out to be his wife, and asked if they knew of any problems he was having, to which his wife informed us that he had an angina spray and it should be in his pocket. Once I found it, I helped him take the medication, and he started to bring himself around. It seemed like an hour, but I'm sure it was only a couple of minutes, and the emergency services were on the scene and taking over, really.
He was awarded a police commendation earlier this year, but has now received one of the Scouting Association's highest awards.
It's the Silver Cross, and it means a lot. It is one of the highest awards for gallantry, apparently, in the Scouting. Fraternity. It was quite a proud moment when I stood on the stage and received it.
So if crunch came to crunch and he needed to get involved in saving someone else's life, would he do it again?
Yes, of course I would do it again. Anybody in the same circumstances that could help would have helped, and that's really it. So I was just there at the right time.
Tanya Shannon, BBC Look North, County Durham.